Hi, my name is Alissah and I'm a Singer ambassador, but more importantly, I am a lover of all things crafty. Today I'm going to show you how to customize your summer tote bag 2 different ways using your Momento craft cutting machine. First, grab your favorite fabric and your rotary blade that came with your machine. I used a special transfer layer and pressed that to the wrong side of my fabric so that when it's cutting 2 layers of fabric. Just make sure your fabric is nice and secure on your mat. After you pick your design, make sure all of your settings are correct. Since I had 2 layers, I made sure to use the medium weight fabric to cut mine, and it worked like a charm. This is the best part. I love how quickly my Momento cuts through my fabric. And yes, it actually cuts that fast. Nothing is sped up here. It's all done cutting and it's worked its magic. I like to use my weeding tools to weed my project. This is so satisfying. I could do this part all day. After I pulled out my designs, my scraps were looking so cute that I was thinking I might add this to a frame and hang it in my sewing room. Finished weeding my design, I found the center of my tote bag and I used a marking pen to even that out. But let's be honest, they didn't end up that even, so you can decide if you would like to take the time to get that precise placement, but I tried my best and that's all that matters. After all of my letters were placed, I grabbed my Momento mini press and made sure everything was perfectly pressed before stitching everything down in place. I decided to hand stitch my letters in place just using a regular thread and needle. And this gave it that quilted hand stitch look, but you could just as easily sew the letters down using your sewing machine and it would look just as cute. Just make sure you use a long stitch on your sewing machine when you're stitching the letters down. I am so obsessed with how this tote turned out. This would even be so cute on a t-shirt. Now let me show you how to use the iron-on vinyl using your Momento. The first thing you need to do is swap your rotary blade for your basic blade. I'm using my same design because I just love it so much, but instead of choosing the fabric in my cutting settings, I select vinyl, and as always, make sure your design is mirrored. Believe me, that's a tip you never want to forget because I have. Now I'm using my same weeding tools and I pull off all the excess vinyl that I no longer need. Then I'm using my mini press again, and there's a little timer setting on the mini press and it is the best thing ever. I just set mine to 15 seconds and it was the perfect amount of time for each little design and they are staying put. Last minute, I decided I wanted to add these really cute flowers, so I went ahead and cut those using all the same settings. Okay, if you're cutting fabric with your Momento or vinyl, this is the easiest project and I can't wait to see your customized tote.